right now. Welcome to the Shellisphere.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, we're back. And tonight we're going to be discussing how to rebuild trust in a relationship once it's broken.
And is it even possible?
Is it even possible? Because that's what I was thinking, like, is it? I was trying to take myself back to a few situations where I lost trust in a relationship. And no, it's not. I don't think it is.
Okay.
Unless a person really applies themselves. And not just with the words, with actions.
Change behavior.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, change behavior. So, I don't know. How you feel?
I feel like it's tough. It's definitely going to take like real work on both ends. Real forgiveness. Like the love to me, in my opinion, has to be truly deep. And even when the love is deep for each other, in the back of your mind, sometimes it's really hard to see that person in the same light. It's like, if you lied about this thing, it's like a snowball effect. Then like, what else have you lied about? You start questioning like a lot of things.
But what the word you used was forgive. That's hard to do too.
I mean, because people say it all the time, but I feel like it has to be constant conversations, like until the other party that was victimized by the actions, you know what I mean, who the trust was broken with, feel at peace with how you're responding, corresponding with how you've been moving forward. So, I don't know, man. I could say, like, with me, I've done some untrustworthy things in relationships. And every time, and I know I'd be telling on myself, but like, when it get to that point, it'd be more so like how I made the person feel, and not more so like, what I did and me being ready to change and do something different. It was just my conscience eating away at me. But the way I was moving forward after that, I felt like I was trying to be perfect. Everything felt forced.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it was just like, I don't know, man. I wasn't truly ready to grow up, and I wasn't truly invested in growing up. So they had a reason not to trust me again after that, because I didn't even trust my own actions, my own self.
Yeah. I can say that I've broken quite a few women's trust. And it was all, this is back in the day though. It was all talk for me. It was no action for me. So it was just give me another chance, give me another chance. And for me, honestly, I just wanted another chance just to proceed with the relationship.
Sometimes we don't be ready to let go, right?
Yeah, it's just, that's exactly what it is, being selfish and not wanting to let go. I think we would be able to. We just being selfish and not wanting to. As far as the rebuilding part, for me, like I've said before, when I meet someone, not even in the relationship, friendship, people, I give the trust initially. Yeah. And it's up to you to uphold the trust.
Yep.
I don't treat you like I can't trust you initially. I can't do that to anybody. Because I don't know you.
I told you I move like that.
I remember that.
I see the good in people, like through the gate. Very optimistic about new situations. And sometimes that blinds me from all of the red flags, everything that I feel like God be trying to show me in certain situations. And I should be able to easily identify because I had some of those things in me at one point in time, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think I'd be looking at things like, I get a new beginning. I get a fresh start. And also, I don't try to run from my karma.
Yeah, that's what I used to try to run from my karma, though, G. Real talk. And I was conniving.
Damn, I don't think I ever used that word to myself, and I probably was.
I was conniving,
Damn.
Yeah, remember we talked about narcissistic ways. That's a factor right there. You know, so I would try to turn things around. Try to justify why I did what I did. The thing is, if you really want somebody to, the question is, can you rebuild?
Yeah.
what can you do to rebuild besides, taking action? But that person that you either cheated on or did wrong or made distrust you, it ain't really nothing you can do, G.
I feel like it's always going to be a stain. It's always going to be a stain. Always. That's just my opinion, though.
I feel like it's always going to be a stain. I had a girl that cheated on me. I'd never go back to her.
Yeah.
And that would always be in the back of my head. And I wouldn't fool myself to even try to do that, though. I wouldn't try to rebuild from somebody who lost their trust, who I lost their trust in them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. It's a waste of time.
I mean, because you know yourself. So it's
yeah, it's a waste of time.
Okay. Putting on my big girl panties.
Bet.
I feel like now, at this space in my life, I feel like trust really isn't about the other person. It's about you trusting yourself to experience people, throughout your life, and trusting your feelings when it comes to people, trusting people show you exactly like who they are, you know what I'm saying, throughout, and then trusting yourself to make decisions when it comes to those people. So this falls in relationships, this falls in friendships, right?
Okay.
All the ships. It's family members that broke trust, it's friends that broke trust, you know what I'm saying? Like women that you dealt with that broke trust, it's about trusting yourself. Like, I talk about weighing the pros and cons all the time, right? And when I say weighing, I don't mean like counting. Like pros, like, oh, he got 10 pros and only 3 cons. But let's measure the weight of those cons. How heavy does it really feel in your spirit?
Yes.
And can you really deal with those cons just to benefit from
the pros?
Mm-hmm. Is it worth going through those cons for?
Yeah. And if you know yourself, the answer is no.
Me?
For me.
Oh.
For me. The answer is no.
It's a no for me.
It's a no for me.
Cheating? Okay, let's go on what broke the trust.
Okay.
Let's piggyback off how you feel about different ways of breaking trust. Because it's not just infidelity. It's
not just infidelity. It could be, what else wait, hold on though. What else could it be?
So have you seen that it was like 50 stories on TikTok where she was like, who did I marry?
I didn't see it because, I'm not a TikToker, but I did see it on Instagram.
But I watched
and
it.
she lied about it, right?
I don't know if she lied about it. I didn't follow up. But if you know how to gauge people, G, she ain't lie about that. I think that she really did experience that. Like, dude was kind of narcissistic. And the reason why I watched is because I thought she was about to go somewhere else, like find out he was gay or something.
Okay. Yeah.
But, he was lying about his finances, having offshore bank accounts, making this much money.
That's the list right there. Go ahead,
like if they lie about pretty much like who they are where they at, cheating. Like, we could go down a whole list. Let's say they lying about who they are and where they at. And then you find out the truth.
Yeah, it's no coming back from that. They lying about that because if we, especially if we get together, this where we at now. We're here.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect to be here. So, yeah, it wouldn't be no coming back from that.
Okay.
You didn't put all this into a person, your trust and everything, and they let you down in that way.
Yeah.
Not be it. That's wild.
Yeah.
So that's what he was lying about.
Yeah. House processes, everything. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. With me, it's like, it's a difference between telling a lie and being a liar.
Okay.
If you are a liar, like, this is what you do I can't trust anything you say.
That's crazy.
You're not reliable to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't depend on you for anything.
Yeah.
How can I find stability in that?
Wouldn't be no stability in that, Drew. I was thinking about like family members though. Like with family members,
Yeah.
I think you handle those people differently.
Of course.
Because you can still be around, love them the same, just accept them for who they are. You, as a lover, it's hard to accept them for who they are because that's not who you want to be with.
Yeah, because this is somebody you land with. You exchanging a different level of energy with the people that you in a relationship with than family. Family, you can love their ass from a distance.
From a distance, exactly. And when you together, it can feel like nothing. Yeah. Everything is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to go, you're right, go back to the crib, lay with them or anything. So it's different.
I'm planning my life with you.
Man, the person that takes you back though and allows the relationship to be rebuilt, that's a strong motherfucker.
Yeah. But okay, but even people that even those who like take you back and at least attempt to rebuild the relationship, that stain is like,
that's what would make them so strong.
Have you ever remained attracted? Are you able to sustain your sexual attraction to this person? Your stability? How can you feel stable with somebody who like was willing to sacrifice your home and whatever y'all future could have been? And you know what I mean? Like, shit, even with me, how could you trust me?
Yeah.
To be somebody you actually depend on to have your back when I did this behind your back.
Exactly. That's why I look back, like when I went back to let me make it up to you, the audacity. the audacity within myself. Like, how are you going to do that though? How are you going to do that? How are you going to make it up to me? How are you going to make it up to her?
Yeah.
You know, with action today, I wonder if I was that person today, how would I go about changing? Yeah. Applying certain things. Like what I don't think it could happen, G. I think that you can't, my answer is I think that you can't rebuild a relationship once the trust is broken.
I can't say I've seen it done because I don't sit here and go throughout people's situations with them. I've seen people try it.
I've tried it. They've tried it with me. It ain't work.
Nah. I just wasn't ready, man. And especially like those who get caught. I don't believe those sorries at all. Because for real, like you remember when I have a conscience, I damn near tell on myself. But it's been times where I got caught doing some stuff that I shouldn't be doing, even in friendship spaces. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
There was those times. So it's like, am I really sorry? Or now I see the effects that it have on that person, and I got caught doing it. But if I didn't get caught, I probably would have continued doing it.
Exactly.
So it's like, are you really apologetic?
Yeah, that's not even a probably. That is a real statement. You're only sorry because you got caught. I don't think that. I think that I know that I would have continued to do it if I didn't get caught. Yeah. You know, and
because the flesh could be so weak.
it really can. But it's in the moment after that situation where you rebuild yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, my answer, no, G. It really is.
Okay, so even though your answer, no, what do you think, let's say you like really, really love this person. And it's like, you really want this person. Like, okay, I know you fucked up, right?
Okay.
What would be the steps you would like for them to take? What would make Nelsia feel better?
So what did they do? They cheated?
Yeah, they cheated. Let's set up the scenarios. They stepped out.
They stepped out and I decided, okay, I'm gonna take you back. See, that's when things get petty. For me, you know, I want to know. I want to know everything. I'm not give me your passcode type of person.
Me neither.
I'm not a go through your phone type of person.
Me neither.
But those type of actions may make me that person, though.
Yeah,
it would have to.
And
everything
it better be clean for a long time.
Yeah, everything would have to be totally opposite from what I gave you, or all the boundaries I didn't have set.
Yeah.
everything would be totally opposite. So, and that would make that would mess up my character though.
You would feel less about yourself accepting that behavior and
that, and not even that part, but going through a person's phone, wanting the passcode. I don't want. That's not in me. So to change that about myself for a person that I just want to be with is not good.
I think so. What if those are steps that you needed just to reassure yourself that you made the right decision to continue on with this person, though? I don't think you
I would accept it if it was what I needed.
Grace. I think you should extend yourself grace if that's what's needed.
Extend myself gracefully. I mean, yeah, if that was exactly what I needed, I would have to do that. But
I hate that we got to this point, but what if you need to get to that point to get past those points, though? Like, sometimes we got to go backwards to get us a little further ahead.
That's hard, too. Yeah, but I would be petty about things, and I would do
that's
things
not fair
out the
to
normal.
The other person.
Yeah, it's not fair to them, and it'll be out of the norm for myself. You know, I'll be breaking pieces of myself.
Going against yourself and everything.
Yeah, for somebody that already did me wrong. And again, my answer's no. I don't think that I could.
I appreciate the women who consider taking me back, even during the times that I wasn't ready to change. Mm-hmm. With me though, like if it happened to me, I can't see myself doing it neither. Like I think I would just be disgusted.
Yeah, you move different.
And when I'm intimate with you, I would think about you thinking about that other person or being intimate with that other person.
Causing insecurities.
Yeah, and I don't want to try to oversell myself in the relationship for you to feel like I'm enough for you. And I wouldn't want you doing the same thing to like prove to me that you're here. Because you could just be here for the moment. It's really hard to say you're here and never would do that shit again. Even though, yeah, of course, it's up to us to make conscious decisions as adults every single fucking day. But I understand, like, when the spirit weak, the flesh follows. So, I don't know, man. And I don't want to hear that you turn to God type. Don't start meditating. I don't want to see none of that. Because I'm not going to believe it off the rip.
Yeah, and then, you know, we was saying trickling, like, for the woman that gets cheated on. That's what causes them to carry different things into the next relationship.
Yeah.
You know, you got to realize what you doing to people out here.
Man, humans.
That's what I had to do.
Humans are really hard to trust, man. Really hard to trust. And it's as much as I think that at the core of every human being is love, like a lot of us really have a lot of debris that we need to get through and get off of us, because a lot of our distrust comes from things that we've been through.
Yeah.
So I know people hate this saying that hurt people. It's not a pass for it. It's to, all right, let's get to the root of why people continue to hurt other people. We got to start evaluating like things that we've been through, what other people been through. Is like, I don't know, man.
Something we can't evaluate it by ourselves. We really need to seek therapy. You know, I know for myself, I've really been thinking about going for individual therapy though.
Yeah.
You know, I've been realizing that there are some things that I don't trust about people, even though I give them that trust. It's things, not fully now, you know, and it's some things in me that I'm like, you know what, I don't know. And I be trying to go off my intuition.
You might be right though.
Yeah, I know.
That's the crazy part.
I know. So, I'm scared to be right.
Remember, I know.
I'm scared to be right.
And that's why I said trust isn't about other people. It's about you trusting yourself to experience other people, trusting how you feel about your experiences with these people, and trusting the decisions that you need to make.
Yeah, I hear you.
When it comes to these people. So it's like, because remember we was talking about facts over feelings?
Yeah.
I mean, feelings being over facts.
Over facts, yeah.
I truly believe that depending on the level of work that you've done,
Yeah.
I believe that shit, G.
I agree with you once I put it with myself. I agree with you. Because at first I didn't. But finish, my bad.
So what about, let's say they was cool with their ex but lied about them being cool with their ex, but then you find out that they be having conversations with their ex.
Yeah, I had that happen to me. And yeah, that's the person. That's the same person. She cheated and she was talking to the ex, but
did she cheat with the ex?
No, she cheated with a stranger.
Oh.
I mean, I ain't know
her. Let's do, before you answer that.
Okay, go.
A stranger?
Yeah, stranger.
Is that worse than them cheating with somebody they knew?
No, not to me. Because the person that they knew, that's like a rekindle.
Yeah.
That's like a forgotten love or closure or maybe I lost you the one I lost type shit. And that could rebuild love.
That's bigger than you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's bigger than the
I
stranger.
think it's dirtier to me when you...
Yeah, it's dirty. I definitely agree with that. But as far as being bigger or a major impact, it wouldn't be as impactful
as somebody, yeah. And you probably had me around this person.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's deep.
Yeah, what about you? You can answer that.
Let's go back. Yeah, I just answered it. I think it's dirtier. Like, all right, so let's go back to the them talking to people they claim that they wasn't talking to, like they was cool.
Yeah, in my last relationship, she had an ex, and I talked about this before. The ex would call like, "You busy?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is you?" She in a relationship, she whole busy,
busy. Mm-hmm.
And when we broke up, she wanted to rebuild and things like that. Now, I didn't do anything for her to not trust me, but she had trust issues from past relationships.
Yeah.
So that's what I meant by carrying them on to the next relationships. But when when I reached out to her at one point, she was in Mexico with the friend.
And
with the friend that used to call and ask, "Can you talk?" And we just friends. We cool. Let that have been me. I didn't give no fight to that. I was like, okay, well, just hit me back, And it was like,
can you talk?
Minute.
It's nothing wrong with saying, "Can you talk?" Because I feel like
no, it is something wrong with that.
Let's say you laid up with your boo, I'ma ask, "Can you talk?" just to see if you available, and you know what I'm saying. But if y'all spending a little cake time,
I ain't with that.
All right.
Ain't no can you talk.
I think it depends on who it comes from.
Yeah, and it was an ex that, from her description, still wanted to be with her at some point. You know what I'm saying? But once her and I were together, it was respectful and this and that. Right. But it was something that I told her, like, I know.
They never respect us.
They never respected us.
We're not that slow. Please stop it.
And they ended up in Mexico the same year, within months that we broke up. And I'm like, how did that even happen? Bruh. How did that even happen? Bruh. Like, seriously. Bruh. And it didn't stir anything in me though. But when I thought about it, like, you know how women, they try to use anything and throw it back in your face. I'm not that.
Do you feel like that's too much information? Like when she said she still was on that with her, I feel like that's too much information.
Yeah, it would be too much information, but it would be in moments. Like we were at Pride one time and she had saw her with her girl, but I think the ex had said something flirtatious to her or shit. But so she told me about that. So it was in moments where she would tell me, being respectful to me, because the girl was being disrespectful to me. So I wouldn't say that's too much information. She put me on.
But you're going to continue to have relations.
I mean, I'm not even that type. I am not that type. You can talk to your ex. That was the one ex I didn't want her to talk to.
Okay.
I didn't trust it. I didn't feel right about it, comfortable about it. I didn't even know her.
This is my thing. Like, if I know an ex is on some other stuff when it comes to me, that's not bleeding into my relationship.
Exactly.
I have no problem cutting you off. You're not going to make my girl uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's dead because my home, the peace in my home is important. Now.
But you shouldn't even. It don't get that far to where these women want to disrespect. Those are the women I choose. I'm not choosing a woman that does that anyway.
Yeah.
That's gonna reach out knowing I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
And do certain things. Like I said, I keep my ex relationships. It's cordial. It's, hey, how you doing? Happy birthdays, stuff like that. It's nothing where you want to hang out. It's never going to be that.
Yeah.
Never going to be that. And that young lady was actually trying to do those things.
I mean, it was in
without
Mexico.
even. You say what?
That was in Mexico. That makes sense.
Girl.
Tell.
Girl. And I just so happened to reach out. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, okay, well, y'all do y'all thing. I didn't react like a normal woman would react. I don't know why I don't do that. I don't know why I don't ask the qualifying questions. I just don't do that with nobody. And maybe I need to. But I don't want to start. If you have no
desire to, then it's no need to.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't want to start that type of shit. I don't get down like that.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I've dealt with that, and I can say that because she explained to me that it was a friendship type of thing. It was a group setting and things like that. No. And see, that's why I say I be gullible, G. I be real gullible. I be believing stuff. And I'm just like, you feel like you know the person. You feel like they wouldn't lie to you.
You never know. I told you.
I know, because we thought that was the person.
It's no such
that
thing.
Made the page.
We still learning ourselves, G. We
every day
literally discovering different things about ourselves as we go through different experiences. Imagine thinking you really know a person.
I know, man. I know. And that's what I hate. That's one thing I hate about myself.
No, I don't hate that. It's okay it's not even just being gullible, but I think that, okay, let me ask you this then. Were there any red flags that you ignored
and that
popped up later?
No. The only red flags came from the ex. From my partner, there were no red flags. There was communication. There was eye contact. I'm big on eye contact.
Me too.
So on her part, I trusted it. Even while in Mexico when I heard it. And we won together. And maybe it was because I didn't really want to pursue that anymore.
Yeah.
Just thinking that I did. But that didn't play a part. I played a lot.
Yeah, you played too much sometimes.
But
it's okay.
No, that didn't even play a part in me finalizing the fact that I didn't want to be with her. It wasn't major to me.
I still think that even though I don't think it was anything, and I don't even know the situation, like feelings-wise, I don't think it was anything. But I do think that some women do keep certain people around to keep us on our toes a little bit, to let us know that we're not the only ones that want them.
Oh.
Because, that's what I mean. Like, do you think she gave you too much information? Because to me, it's like, if you handle things, I don't need to know about certain things.
Yeah.
Because I handle certain things. I'm not going to keep running to Fallon and be like, this girl slid in my DM. She on what? My ex reached out to me. She want to talk. I'm not going to do that. Exactly. I'm going to handle it, and that shit is not going to bleed over.
Yeah.
Until our relationship.
I agree with that.
And I do feel like certain people do that shit for a reason. Because they want to get a reaction.
That's a good point to have you keep standing on her toes. I feel that. I feel that.
Now, you're not the only one that want me. Because, when we in relationships and it be like us and our partner and we be in our own little world and shit, we kind of forget that we should be grateful. And they should be grateful too. Like, we should be grateful for each other. Like, sometimes they kind of slip.
Yeah.
That escape us at times.
I'm just sitting here like, people need to respect the word trust.
Yeah.
The meaning.
Yeah.
They really need to, because trust is, that's cool, gee.
So what about in friendship spaces?
In friendship spaces, well, with like, that's kind of like with family for me. I trusted friends. For me, we different.
Yeah, we are.
Miss Leo.
Yeah, we are.
Miss Pisces. For me, you get chances. You get chances. And for me, it's easy for me to just accept the person for who they are. So that means you don't instill certain things. You don't have certain conversations. You don't give them as much as you did before you didn't know you could trust them.
Yeah.
You know, so I could deal with that until it's at a point where, okay, there's no coming back. You know, and I can still deal even when there's no coming back. I can still be cordial. I can still do those things within friendships. Friendships, like the intimacy is that's it right there. So I'm not intimate with my friends. So it's not cutting as deep. It's cutting deep, my babies. You know what I'm saying? It's cutting deep, but it's not as deep for me to where I feel like, I know that I can forgive and forgive and forgive. You know, but the relationship gets weaker as I forgive, though.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So I'm learning how to not trust you.
Cold-blooded.
I'm teaching myself to not trust you.
Damn.
You're stupid.
That's real, though.
Yeah, for real.
I don't think about that. Like, that's what's happening. Mm-hmm. You don't really. I never thought to call that shit out, but it's like, because I don't use that word loosely. Mm-hmm. And I also know how me and your shit is. It's like, me and you could damn near work through anything because I know your intentions.
Mm-hmm. You better, bitch.
I have to be able to trust people. Not that we won't drop the ball on certain things and doing shit a certain way that might rub each other the wrong way. Mm-hmm. It's the intentions
that gets you.
That gets me every single.
That's what sticks out the most, the intent.
The intent and the accountability part.
That's what would stick out the most for me, the accountability part. So that is what takes my trust down because you're not taking accountability.
Which means they didn't have good intentions. So they run hand in hand whether we want to put them in the same lane or not. Yeah, they kind of run in the same sense because it's like, if I didn't take accountability, my intentions wasn't that pure.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm going to keep repeating the same things. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of how it made you feel.
You're right.
So, I don't know. I don't use that shit loosely. And I really hate, because I like to talk about certain things. I like to be able to release. So when I have people around me, like, that know certain things about me on a deeper level, is like.
Yeah. So does that, like, let's say, because, you know, you especially, but both of us, we've had ending friendships most recently. Mm-hmm. How will you move forward with that? Not with those friendships, but with new friendships. And I know you don't use that word loosely. So is it no new friends with yourself too, not just in relationships? Because remember, we said in relationships, no new friends, but with yourself. Is it no new friends for you?
I think I don't mind being cordial with people. I don't think I need new friends. Like, to the level that me and you are at, I don't think I need that.
Yeah, it won't be that.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if we talking about friends, that's what friendship really is to me. It's like what we are.
But this is built from us being teenagers.
Yeah.
So that's kind of unfair. Yeah.
It's not unfair. I know myself. I think it'd be unfair for me to try to go against myself and then have people around me thinking that it's something that it's not.
So that's unfair for you to go against yourself.
I'm cordial with people, and so I would still show up with people.
I'm going back to the relationship thing too then. So you just can't go against yourself. The answer is no to rebuilding friendships, relationships after the trust is.
Yeah, I don't mind being cordial with people, but like you in my space and really getting a whole deeper side of me that other people don't get to see, that's dead.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
That's dead.
I hear you. That's crazy. I'm still really trying to think of, because you had asked me, what does a person need to do to make you comfortable? I mean, and without me being
at
petty.
peace with like what took place. Because you being petty is not forgiveness. It's like,
yeah,
that's pretty much y'all just, it's kind of like when somebody on their deathbed, right? You not prolonging life, you prolonging death. Like you just make, because there's no quality left. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I hear you.
So you really just prolonging death. You not prolonging life at all. So if we're gonna move in a way where like we're being petty or we really can't make peace with what took place, I don't think it's fair for that other person. Like even though they did some unfair things to us, or we did some unfair things to them.
So if you can't forgive, do you think that is an emotional imbalance? No.
I think that, okay, so forgiveness plays out in different ways with me, right?
Okay.
Sometimes we think forgiveness comes along with, well, often we feel like forgiveness comes along with moving on with a person.
Yeah, I know.
You could still, forgiveness is really you making peace with what took place and then you making a conscious decision with
moving forward.
Yeah, and being honest with yourself, like, can I really?
Yeah, because
can I do this?
What they say, forgive and forget.
You never gonna forget.
You never gonna, and that's the
stain. That's what I'm saying. Like we got a motherfucking stain, little boo boo stain back there, white draws. You know what I'm saying? it's a stain there. So it's like I could still forgive you and then make a decision to love you from afar. But forgiveness and stain. Let's talk about forgiveness and stain.
Forgiveness and stain.
And stain. Because I still think you should forgive when you let go.
Yeah, you should definitely forgive when you let go.
We often associate forgiveness with keeping people around, though. That's the reason why I wanted to create that separation. Like, when I tell people, hey, you should forgive, such like past trauma, they be thinking they need to reach out to the person and keep them around. Like, no. It's like, it happened. I'm not going to let you have that much power over me where you're altering how I move in life with other people, where this is spilling over into new situations that's going to turn it over very fast because I let you.
Yeah, that's something
inner
you got to be strong enough for.
Just disconnected from that energy as a whole. So when I say forgive, it's also associated with letting go. Like, it's not just you staying and keeping people around. So it's people who forgive and choose to stay.
Yeah, it's
what
easier
does that
to
look
forgive
like?
And let go. I don't know.
Yeah, it is easier to forgive and let go.
Yeah, it's easier to do that. I don't know what it's like to forgive and stay. Unless I did it too. Unless I did it first.
I'm going to tell you a situation real quick.
Bet.
I was with somebody who, you was around, of course, you was around.
In my gay life.
When I cheated, it kind of got caught up in that shit. She started telling me, she was crying, I mean like hysterical. And then she started telling me things that she did to me. I didn't even believe it.
No?
No. I felt like she said that to hurt less. Or she wanted me to hurt the same. Nothing in me felt like she did.
It was in the moment. It was while
in the moment.
I got something. I had an ex that called me years later.
She was still hurt.
I don't know, but she decided to tell me what she did. It was so bogus. I refused to repeat it. Damn. It was so bogus. And I was with my girl at my girl crib and everything when she called and everything. And I was like, whoa. I told my girl and everything, like, she just told me, woo, woo, woo. I was like, why would she do that to me?
Years later, I think she was still, either she really wanted to clear her conscience, growing to a certain...
my gullible ass, she wanted to clear her conscience. It was years later. And I couldn't believe she called me to tell me that she did me that dirty.
I could clear my conscience without you. just through forgiveness of my actions and change behavior, G. That's not clear. I'm sorry to put that type of shit in somebody's head, and it's years later.
Years later,
that's really hard to label it as such.
Like, why are you telling me that? I just wanted to get it off my chest. I felt that you should know. It's too late. Whatever happened. I'ma
reach. She's still bothered about what you did.
Well, that was years ago too, but
it don't matter.
That time, she probably
you know how many people still carrying
I know
stuff?
she was. I know she was. I know she was. I know she was.
Years later. Girl, you don't get on my phone.
You gotta realize how you hurting these people out here, man.
Yeah, for real.
When you breaking that trust, man, you really gotta realize what you're doing to people and how it affects them the rest of their lives.
So, what made you change? Just to end this conversation, I got a feeling there's gonna be a part 2 to it.
Yeah.
Depending on the comments from y'all and something that y'all want us to dive a little bit deeper into. So we'll leave a lot of part 2s up to you.
For sure. I mean, I always revert back to the woman that broke my heart. You know, and that was when I was 30. And I was cheating and lying and making her feel unwanted. And when she finally left, when I tell you finally left and married somebody the very next month.
Can we pause right there?
But I remember I said finally, so it was ups and downs in it. But finally.
Okay.
Yeah, because what happened was we had got back together. And I was preparing this is the first woman I was going to propose to. And I was preparing that. We discussed it. We bought a ring and everything. And I knew she had been dating somebody, but they had been off. So this was my time to get up in there.
So the person was already around. Okay.
So yeah, they had been, but it hadn't been a long time. It wasn't a long time. It wasn't even a year. I think it was 6 months, honestly, if I'm being real honest.
Okay.
And while we were working it out, she was still doing her thing, trying to get back in. And the woman that I was trying to be back with, she was so scared to get back with me. She decided to go with that because she was more secure in that situation.
Can't blame.
You know, exactly. I couldn't either. And that's why it hit me so hard because that's why I told her I apologized to her because I took her for granted.
Yeah.
You know, so when the marriage solidified everything for me, and when I tell you we broke up 1 month, the very next month they were married. That killed my heart, my my ego, my soul, my mind, everything within me, you name it, it killed it. I had to get on the floor and lie down and give myself
cope.
Yes. To God, like, please help me. And it took over a year to get over that. That's when I lost myself. That's when I lost my mojo, you know, my everything. I wasn't confident in myself because I lost the one person that I knew was going to be there.
That you took for granted.
That I took for granted. I broke her trust. She didn't trust me anymore. She wasn't secure with me.
That's how I want to word it. Losing the security. That's really hard to move past.
That's what changed me. That really changed me. I took note, and that's where it started. Like, I was single for almost 5 years. I was talking to people, but I was single.
Of course you were talking.
I do that. But I was single for some time, and like when I was 23, I called myself finding myself. In 2005, I started growing my locks and stuff, and I thought that was me finding myself. It wasn't. It took for...
Was that you running from yourself?
It took that to happen to me for me to change, and it worked.
Yeah.
But to a fault, though. That's why, like I was telling you, I'm too vulnerable now. But that's something else. But go ahead. What about you? But that's what it was for me, though.
To that statement, though, I mean, you will never be too much for the right person. And I know that's cliche, but it's really a thing.
Yeah.
And I think that us going from one extreme to the next,
that's what it was.
Yeah, we have to go through a filtering process because, we attracted the women that wasn't supposed to be around long, that got us to a place of being more vulnerable and knowing what we want and voicing that and showing up in a different light. Now we got to filter through that process because we still dealing with our karmic debt, though. We can't forget about our karmic debt when we was leaning more so to the other end of the spectrum. You know what I mean? So we going through a filtering process, and I think we just need to make peace with that. But as far as like me, there's a lot of things that just happened to me in LA. I was just seeing like the same things over and over again in my situations. It was like the same movie on rerun.
Coming to America.
But like different characters. They just kept out switching out but they played the same role though. They played the same role. They just had like different faces and shit. You know the same thing they do with TV shows.
I get the setup.
How the hell Auntie from Fresh Prince go from dark skin to light skin?
Right. Viv. She was.
Right. It was
just like that.
Yeah, it felt like that. Like it's the same movie on repeat. So I'm like, I asked for clarity. Like I asked God for clarity.
That's what I did.
And it was just like rerun. Like shit just got like rewinded and just showing me like root shit like I needed to deal with so I could stop attracting the same shit. So I desired something different, G, and I just started reaching, beyond me. I don't want to make people feel a certain way. Like I want everybody around me to feel like an extension of me. You know what I mean? Because everything around, the people that's close to you, they are extensions of you. So it's like, I can't expect to show up half-ass in life and get whole-ass results back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna get half-ass back. So I had to be more mindful, like, what I wanted to put out, how I wanted to exist, regardless of how it's treated and received.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not
you're
about
doing it for
them.
you. Yeah, you're doing it for you.
This is a part of the filtering process. It's like, okay, now I can feel like, oh, baby, you just took a loss. I can feel like that now because you not going to change me.
Right.
I'm going to show up even better, like, because I'm constantly working on getting better and better every day. So I'm going to show up at my best in every situation that I have. And it's like, if it's for you, it's going to belong. You going to belong. You're going to feel like you belong and not just trying to fit into somebody else fucking space. Like,
exactly. I hear that.
I'm tired of making
message.
For real, I'm tired of making myself small to fit in certain spaces. I'm tired of overextending myself to fit in certain spaces. Like, man, fuck that shit. So I just desire something deeper and more out of life. So I got took through the rings.
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. I want something, I desire something deeper too.
And you deserve it.
I deserve it. I do.
We finally deserve it. That shit crazy.
Exactly.
That shit crazy.
You about to look up an ending question?
Yeah, from one of our supporters.
Bet.
But yeah, anything else you want to add to this conversation while I look this up?
I'm going to say this just one more time. I don't think that there is rebuilding in a relationship after the trust is gone. It's broken.
Yeah.
It's good. That takes hard work within individually and together. And it's gonna start individually. And like I said, if I'm gonna go about it being petty and changing myself and my inner morals to accommodate us, we can't go that way. We can't go that route. So.
Okay, so we already did a whole topic on that. Hold on.
Yeah, and while she looking, y'all, send us more suggestions. We got a lot going on. We got a lot that we need to tap into, but we do need more, suggestions from you guys.
Let's make the end of question simple. I don't know who put this. I feel like you did.
Okay, bet.
Because I don't see it from... No, matter of fact, let me go to one of our supporters. Okay, so...
Oh, we do got an ending question notes.
This is from... Yeah.
Oh,
so this is from Brianna Clark dash Russell 7425 from YouTube.
Okay.
She says, so do the women the both of you are attracted to have to be in a certain tax bracket?
Hey. Have to be in a certain tax bracket?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. I mean, they trying to figure out how to shoot their shot. We're not going to get all that, but...
Oh, okay.
Do the women you date, Nelsia,
have to be in a certain tax bracket?
Yes, Miss McQueen.
Okay, for me, I'm not even in certain tax brackets. So...
You are in a bracket.
I am in a bracket. I'm just saying I'm not... It's from... Money not everything to me. And I know it moves the world.
Yes,
it moves the world, but money is not everything to me. Mm-hmm. I don't mind if she makes more. I don't mind if she makes less, as long as she can contribute.
And it's about to lead to our next
It is actually. Yep. As long as she can contribute, and I don't mean contribute financially, because my goal when I'm in those spaces is to provide.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
That's your goal now?
Yeah. I'm a 50-50.
I know.
70-30 type bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit.
But, if I'm in spaces where I can solely do what needs to be done for our relationship, I'm with that.
Why not?
I'm not really picky on the finances. I'm picky on the love, the person. I'm picky on the sex. I'm picky on that. As far as the finances, you can't be broke and you can't not have a job. You have to be independent.
Yeah.
You can't, it's certain things that you just can't do that I'm just not going to accept. Yeah. But as far as a tax bracket, I'm not judging a woman off of that.
Yeah. I mean, I
don't move like that.
If you're able to take care of yourself and you're not just solely leaning on me through the gate, because to me, you had a mission. You was on a mission when we met then. If you're not already taking care of yourself. So, no, you don't have to be in a certain tax bracket. So, that's my
crazy.
Answer.
What's her name? Do we come off
Brianna
as such?
No, I think she probably asked it from past experience with people. Then that's the reason why she said, how do somebody interested shoot they shot?
Yeah, because this social media got people thinking that you have to have this, and that. I had saw the other day, Lil Baby's baby mama, Gilly, they were interviewing her, and I think she said that the man has to make more than her in order for her to even give him a chance. And that's just how you moving, because if you weren't in the position that you are in, what would it be then?
I think it's harder for let's just, before we wrap this up, let's just throw a little something in the air when it comes to those type of conversations, right? I feel like there's nothing wrong for women having a certain type of desire when it comes to that, because now when you're talking about men, you're dealing with men and the fragility of a male ego. A lot of women experience men when they make less, that they try to bring them down to a certain level emotionally and mentally.
I can dig that.
You know what I mean? So if the intimidation is there, let's imagine dating behind one of those rappers who got their stuff together.
I can dig it.
It would be a lot of ego you have to deal with, G. A lot of anger, a lot of insecurities.
I can dig it.
When it comes to men. So I think from their experience, that's why they say that. But I think because we're hearing that part, we don't really, associate it with their past experiences and the fact that...
Do you think homosexuals move that way, though? Do you think lesbians move that way, to where women feel like you have to be in a certain tax bracket outside of
Next conversation.
Bet. Close us out, G.
We appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed. We know y'all enjoyed the conversation.
You better.
I hope you feel like a fly on the wall when it comes to the Orange Couch Conversations.
For sure.
Remember, we have gear, some young shellers. We about to add more to the collection. The members only should be up by now by the time y'all see this video. a lot of things just going on, so we haven't fully worked the details out when it came to that prior to this.
She busy. She busy.
But shout with us. Continue to comment, share, like. You guys are part of the family. Y'all will be the help. Y'all can help us get to a bigger audience and be bigger than where we at right now. And if you want to see us elevate, donate.
Donations.
We appreciate y'all. See y'all next week. Hey, y'all. So we got
Tell them, girl. Tell
good
it.
news and not so good news.
Yeah, it's not no good. It's no good news.
So we decided not to create the members only section.
It's just not going to work out with our schedules.
And we don't know if we had a capacity to do so. And also, we don't want the ones who can't afford to support us in that way to not have access to certain material that, you know what I'm saying, like certain conversations that we have. So we decided not to do the members only session, at least for now.
And one more thing. How much members only content can recreate?
Yeah.
We ain't trying to give you all that drama now.
Yeah.
I feel like we give you guys enough.
Yeah. And we'd rather have everybody a part of the conversation. So
Yeah.
sorry, I know we kind of put it out there and couldn't follow through on our promise.
But we do have a public only.
I mean, y'all can still
only.
donate if y'all want to see us elevate.
Donations.
You know, we haven't received a donation since the last time I told you about a donation.
Seriously?
Yeah.
They just watching us.
Yeah. And that's cool. I mean,
At least hit the like button for us on YouTube.
we just give y'all the options if y'all, felt like it was worth more than free content. That's it. But we do appreciate y'all support, man.
Most definitely.
No pressure when it comes to
Yeah, there's no pressure.
No pressure.
Just send us in some juicy questions. We'll just
And
answer
topics.
them.
And topics.
Yeah, and topics.
And then we got y'all.
And we got y'all. We'll make the juicy questions the ending questions. We can do that.
Appreciate y'all. You ain't got shit to say?
Yeah. Welcome to the Shellisphere. Welcome to the Shellisphere. Lend us your ear and take a listen. Whether you in the whip, in the bed, or in the kitchen, ease into our conversation and babble higher dimensions. As we tell you our position and show you that we're no different than you. Cause we all connected. When it comes to life and love, we all been affected. We all need self-correcting no matter how you dress it. So turn your TVs and your volumes up and listen to the Sheller's perspective. Welcome to the Shellisphere. There's a lot of love in here. You vibing in a different atmosphere. Welcome to the Shellisphere, where we live, laugh, and learn, and you delight from the bridges that burn. Welcome to the Shellisphere. There's a lot of love in here. You vibing in a different atmosphere. Welcome to the Shellisphere, where we live, laugh, and learn, and you delight from the bridges that burn.
Judge Free Zone.